I slowly focused on the 4-year-old photo when Bo's curly hair was too long and his two skinny legs poked out like sticks from his faded blue bathing suit. At just 15, we both stood a mere 5'2", late blooming shrimps next to Andy, who was a year older and had already sprouted to 5'10". Although I wouldn't grow much more except in bra size, Bo put on 70 pounds of muscle and 10 inches before graduation. Otherwise, I doubt the Marines would have taken him. Despite his height, in the photo, Andy looks like a little kid, his grin a white glare in the afternoon Truckee sun. He'd won 3rd place in the junior division fishing contest, earning him a new rod and reel from Allister's on the west side of town. Andy's friend Brad took the picture. This was before Brad gave Andy religion, and Bo and I grinned like fools in the background, standing a little too close to each other. We couldn't give a rat's ass if Andy had caught a 20-foot shark. Bo had slipped his hand down the back of my bikini right before Brad ordered to say, "Truckee." The next time Bo got his hands in my pants again, without getting a black eye for the privilege, was the day Andy left for college, 2 years later. We were 17. I'll never forget the heat of Bo's hand wrapped around mine as we fidgeted in the driveway until Dad's Jeep sputtered out of sight, farting white oil smoke on its way to Utah. The start of a laugh turns to a dry sob, crushing my guts, and I clench my teeth against the torrent of anger and pain I know is about to wash over me. I reach out for the tequila, but my hand hesitates, hovering over the letter. No, I'm not ready to read Bo's letter yet. Not until I've had a few more slugs of tequila. I tip the bottle and return it to the table as a welcome burn fills my head and floods my chest. Thank God my roommates are out at some frat party and won't come back until after I've passed out. The last thing I want to do is actually think about any of this. Bo kept the photo in his wallet. He took it to Iraq with him, then mailed it back to me. Maybe he sent it to remind me of better times. Maybe he sent it because he was telling me goodbye, as I told him when he came home with his enlistment papers. Maybe he sent it just to ask for a newer picture, one in which my bikini top doesn't look like someone had stretched it across a piece of plywood. Maybe Bo sent it to me to remind me that without me and that fishing pole, he never could have enlisted in the first place. Bo and I hated fishing, but Andy loved it. When Andy left for BYU though, he decided he wasn't going to do much fishing in Provo. The Lord would provide fishes, I guess. So he left his prized rod with me, and I buried it in my closet. That December, 12 inches of snow clogged the roads the Tuesday night before final exams, and the boiler at the high school broke. They couldn't shut it off. The boiler guy couldn't come in from Reno because of the snow. The best they could do was open all the windows a crack, so they closed school. I figured Bo could use the extra day of study for a last-ditch attempt at passing algebra. He figured he had an extra day to stress about failing. Because Dad had to open the hardware store, Mom asked Bo to come over and shovel us out. Afterwards, Mom didn't mind when we shut my door and studied for finals. She used to tell us, "You two spend so much time in that room studying, and neither one of you is taking biology, but it seems you've got chemistry all sorted out." Mom was cool that way. I think she probably knew about the Playboys and the wind in the willows, too. In the process of sliding his hand down the back of my sweatshirt to unhook my bra, Bo figured out how to save his algebra grade. After lunch, we dug Andy's pole out of my closet and walked to the school, trudging around back till we found a small mountain of snow plowed up against the bricks. From the top of the pile, it was easy for me to lower Andy's biggest fish hook into a cracked open window and unlatch the lock by reeling it in. Once we climbed inside, we found the test and copied it, and a few days later Mr. Walters praised Bo's remarkable comeback from failure to a C+. If I hadn't helped Bo pass that class, he would have had to repeat algebra and would never have been able to enlist. He never would have been sent to Iraq.